What's up YouTube? So in this video I'm going to be talking about 2 quick tips of what I wish I knew when I became an architect. And if you like these type of videos, then please let me know if you want more around the non-technical aspects of a architect, around the soft skills. Then please let me know in the comments below. And one of the things which I quickly learned as an architect is communication is key. It's the main role of an architect, is to communicate effectively. As an architect, you will be communicating with multiple functions within your organization. You have to be really clear about how you communicate. And one of the tools which is in a architect's toolbox is diagrams. One mistake which I made early in my career is to try and create diagrams which catered for all viewpoints. Now, if you're going from a developer role, a lead developer, you're only really responsible for your development team and handing it over to operations, who are going to build the infrastructure, maintaining production, and that's only for your system which you're building, your service. Now as an architect, you could be responsible for a range of services, multiple systems, and when you create your diagrams, you need to be very clear about what you are showing. And you're probably going to be presenting these diagrams to developers, to development teams and operations, and even non-technical people in the business, product owners, salespeople, technical consultants. I've made a mistake several times when I'm creating diagrams and I try to show the infrastructure and the flow of data and the relationship between different services. Well, anyone who's created those diagrams from multiple viewpoints would know that that can be very confusing, and over time you have multiple lines on your diagram. It's very hard to understand what's going on, and you might spend ages creating that diagram, and then when you actually take it to the people you need to show, you may spend more time than you actually intended to describe the flow, because people are looking at it, they don't know the system, they don't know how the data flows, they rely on you to then interpret what the diagram's telling them, because the diagram's too messy. They just don't know where one starts and one ends, one relationship, one communication flow ends. So the key is to create separate diagrams or separate viewpoints for the different stakeholders. So you create a diagram for the developers, a diagram for operations, and a diagram showing the business process to the non-technical people, to the non-technical teams. And that's a very good way to do it. Now you might be thinking, but then I then need to create 3 different diagrams, or more than 3 different diagrams, and each one's going to take me like an hour to do, 30 minutes an hour. Well, if I created one diagram, that probably took me an hour and a half or less. But the time you would save in the long run outweighs the initial cost. So always, if you are needing to create something for multiple viewpoints, multiple people, create different viewpoints, and it will make your life a lot easier, and also will prevent wasting your time when you are explaining people the diagrams. And another point which I'd like to say is lose the ego. So if you're an architect, new architect, and you believe your way is better, lose that ego. Your job is to listen more than what you talk. You've got 2 ears, 1 mouth, use them in proportion. So that's 2 things I wish I knew when I first became a solutions architect, was lose the ego and less is more, and cater for your audience. Okay, don't try to cater for all audiences, cater for a specific viewpoint.